Okay, this video is gonna be very different from the previous videos that I have made, and it's about manifestation. Okay, you might have noticed that I am wearing the same top in the past, I don't know how many videos, but that's because I feel inspired today and I'm bad creating my videos, and I am not gonna change just to pretend that it didn't occur on the same day. It's happening on the same day. You're just seeing it 3 weeks apart or two or whatever. So today I want to talk about one of the manifestations. One what I can't talk. One of the things that I manifested that blew my mind and made me so happy. And then I forgot, and then I fell into the trap that it might have happened anyway. It would have happened anyway because it happened so naturally. And that's how so many of us fall off the train. We discover our power, and for a second we're psyched. Oh my god, I'm actually powerful. We can do this. We're so powerful. We can manifest anything we want in this life. And then you're like, no, it would have happened anyways. I didn't really have to do this. No, it's not true. It's not true. It really isn't. You are powerful. You are doing this. You are creating all of this. So let's get into the story. A few years ago, I had known about the law of attraction for years, but I had never, but for a few things, I had not manifested something that convinced me enough that I had done it myself. So I decided I was going to manifest a trip to my home country, Cameroon. I was in Germany at the time, and I decided from the start, I want to go to Cameroon. This was about maybe October or something. I want to go to Cameroon for Christmas, and I want to travel end of December. I decided on the dates. It was, I think, the 20th of December or something. And I will know that I manifested this if the money to pay for the flight ticket does not come out of my bank account. I had the money for the flight, but I was not going to pay for it. And I didn't want maybe extra money to I didn't want to pay for the flight myself. I wanted it to be paid for me. That's how, to me, I was going to know that I had manifested it. Okay, so I fixed my objective, and then I went about my days and weeks, and then a few times, a lot of times, sometimes. What am I saying? Why is it so hard to talk? Anyways, and then I had this thing that happened to me. At the time, I was meditating daily, and I'm still struggling. This was 4 years ago, and to this day, I'm still struggling. Let me say struggle. I will get there this year to that point where I was meditating daily. My vibe was so freaking high. I was happy, and I attracted so many amazing people. I had the most amazing interactions. I would literally go to I know I'm going on a tangent. I know, I'm coming back. I would literally go to the park with my daughter, and some random stranger would come and talk to me and tell me the most amazing things, invite me to their place with my child. And I had some really crazy experiences just from meditating every day and just feeling amazing. I met some fantastic people during that period of my life. It was crazy. Anyways, I don't know if it's the vibes that were so high or what, but I had many times, I would think about arriving my family home. I would think about arriving my family home, and I would feel the energy inside me flow so intensely that I could not stand still. I would literally be standing on the tip of my toes, because the energy was, I don't know if this may sound woo-woo, but it's just, I am just telling you like it is. I would literally be standing on the balls of my feet, or on the, how do you say it? On my toes, whatever it is, you get the point. I couldn't stand still because the energy was so strong, and I could feel like I was already in Cameroon at that moment. It's much later, about last year or so, that I realized it's actually a technique to visualize a scene. that entails that what you want has happened. I didn't even know it was a technique. I read it in Neville Goddard's one of Neville Goddard's book, and I did this many, many times. And every time I would be talking to my cousin and I would visualize him opening the gate for me and screaming that, oh my God, you're here. And I would feel so psyched. I would feel so happy. And I felt happy where I was. So I was already where I wanted to be, if that makes sense. And then time kept passing, and then December arrived, and I was like, oh, geez, is this really gonna happen? I still don't have a flight ticket. We're in December. Are you sure you're gonna travel? But well, I chilled and I relaxed, and the thought came to me that I should take. I had two old boarding passes that I had kept. I don't know why. I should change the date on it to the date where I wanted to travel and keep them in my purse, so that every time I would open it to take money or to pay for something, I would see it, and it would be a constant reminder that I am flying to Cameroon on the 20th of December. And yeah, I did that. And then time kept moving and I still didn't have my flight ticket. This was somewhere around the 10th of December. And I started getting scared and I started doubting the whole thing. I was like, is this really gonna come to pass? I still don't have the flight ticket. I don't have anything. I was really scared, and well, I didn't let that take over me. And I had this voice inside me that said to me, you say you're traveling on the 20th of December. This is almost the 20th of December. People that are traveling pack ahead of time. They don't wait for the last minute. I'm a last minute packer. Keep in mind, I am a last minute packer. But that voice was like, I think it meant act like you're traveling. You're traveling, right? You're convinced that you're traveling. So travel. Prepare for the journey that you said you're going on. So I literally brought out my suitcases, cleaned them, and started filling them. They were on the floor in my other bedroom, and I started putting everything inside the suitcases. I know that might sound really weird, but I did it. And I think it stood there for like 2 days. It was on the floor of the other bedroom for like 2 days. And inside myself, I really felt like I had already traveled. I was already in Cameroon, and there's nothing you could have said to me that would convince me. And every time I would speak to my cousin, I would tell him, oh, I have an amazing surprise for you. You're going to be so psyched. Your mind is going to be blown, because they didn't know that I was coming to, well, they had no idea. I don't know how that I was going to be in Cameroon. And I scheduled, my parents scheduled a family meeting with me on Skype, and we had a meeting on the day I was supposed to arrive Cameroon. Amazing. And I visualized so much. I think I'm pretty good at visualizing and seeing images and then feeling as if it's happening now, to the point where the energy just takes over my body. I don't even know how to put proper words on top of it, but that's the best way I can use. Those are the best words I can use to describe it. So I don't know what date this was. Keep in mind, this was years ago. And I went to drop my daughter off at her Tagesmutter. I don't know how you say it in English. Basically, it's a woman that cares for kids at her own place, and she's approved of by the government. So I went to drop my daughter off there, and on the way there, I looked at the sky. It was winter, but the sky was so beautiful on that day. It was incredibly beautiful. And slight tangent, I have become so conscious of life around me and things around me, and the things I had never noticed before. I think it was due to the fact that I was meditating a lot. I became very aware of my environment and the beautiful sky, the flowers, the work and the organization it takes for you to drop off your luggage in a country and pick it up in another country, I became aware of the smallest details of everything. So while I was walking to the Tagesmutter, I looked at the sky and I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. The sky was so beautiful that day. I literally have tears in my eyes just thinking about it. This is crazy. I looked at the sky and I felt so much gratitude in my heart. And it occurred to me that this sky is so beautiful and so complex and so wonderful that the flight ticket that I'm asking is nothing compared to this beauty, nothing compared to this sky. So there's no way on earth I can't have it. I already have it. And then out of the blue, I see a plane flying. And I don't know why, but I said it. That's me in that plane. I am on that plane right now. I know, might sound crazy. Manifestation is it's just basically disassociation. Refusal of reality. That's what it is. So I went and dropped off my daughter, and on the way, I was just so happy. I was so happy. I could feel that something good was about to happen to me. I didn't know what, but I was just so happy. And just talking about it now, this was 4 years ago or so, but I feel that happiness now. Oh my God, I was so happy and grateful for my life at that point. I went to university and I went about my day. I had my classes and stuff. And then I had a break in between two classes, and I was just working in the study room. And then my phone rang, and it was my how will I call her? My mom, my German mom. It's family, the family where I lived when I first arrived Germany, just to how do they say it? What's the word? Immerse. Just to immerse myself. When I first arrived Germany, I lived with them for a while to immerse and learn the language and stuff. So she's my mom, and I love her so much. So she called me, and she's like, "Oh, how have you been and stuff?" So I'm fine. And then we talked, and then she asked, "Oh, what are you doing for Christmas, by the way?" We're living, like, they live in the north of Germany, and at the time I was in Erlangen, which is I think the south. Well, it's way down. It's like 7 hours from where they live, or 8. And she was like, "What are you doing for Christmas?" I was like, "I don't know." But in my mind, I was like, "I know, I'm flying to Cameroon." I just couldn't say it because it wouldn't make any sense. And then she said, "What do you mean you don't know? Are you going to stay in Germany?" Or I was like, "I don't know." And she's like, "So what is it going to take for you to know what you want to do for Christmas?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then she asked me, "Aren't you going to fly to Cameroon?" And I said, "I don't know." It's the only thing I could say. I was like, "I don't know," because keep in mind, I had to manifest this. I was not going to ask for it. And then she says, she asked, "Aren't you going to fly to Cameroon?" I said, "I don't know." And then she says, "Well, you're not going to stay here. Stay here alone with your daughter for Christmas. My husband and I are doing." She told me a little bit about their plans. We're going to travel. And I was like, "Well, I don't know." And she's like, "Is it a money thing? Money? Do you need money to travel to Cameroon?" It's like, yeah. And then she said, she stayed silent for like maybe 2 seconds. Maybe 2 seconds is not, maybe my memory is not accurate, but she stayed silent for a while. And she was like, but not a long while, very short. And it was like, well, let me finish the story. And then she says, "My husband and I have decided to gift you a Christmas flight, a flight to your home for Christmas." And it was pretty obvious that was the reason she was calling me for. That was why she was calling. She was calling me to tell me that they had decided to give me a flight to Cameroon. I fell on my knees, literally. I fell on my knees and I started to cry and cry and cry. And I know to this day, she probably doesn't understand why I was crying. She thinks I was crying because I was very happy and grateful, which is true. I was very happy and grateful, but I was totally overwhelmed at the realization of my powers, of how powerful we are, of how we actually do create our reality, and we do not realize it because maybe we think about things like we plant seeds and we do not recognize the harvest because sometimes we plant unconsciously. This was conscious planting of the seed. I was psyched, and on that same day they wired me the money that I needed for that flight, and on the 20th of December I was in Cameroon for Christmas. Yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you liked it. I might make more of this because I'm totally into manifestation and never got her love assumption, realizing our powers and stuff. I will probably make more videos in the future about this. But for now, that was it. And that was not it. I just want to add that don't change your goals. Don't downgrade your goals just because you think they're too hard to achieve. Don't do it. You can achieve it. I don't care if it's a specific person, if it's a house, if it's money. Sometimes we just let our minds convince us that it's so hard for us to have. And like, with this manifestation thing, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you believe you can have. Believe in your core. Yeah. So I hope this video inspired you to stick to your goals and keep believing that you can have them and realize that you already have them now, because the version of yourself that has it is already existing, because nothing can be created nor destroyed. So basically everything that you want already exists. So you need to get into the state of the person that already has it. I'm ending this here. I'm not gonna go on an extra tangent. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Until next time. Mwah. Love you. Bye.